What's up, YouTube? You're checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'm out here with the Eachine E010 and the Devo 10, and I just want to show you guys how well this thing flies with the Devo, with Deviation. Now, I must say that it was weird getting this thing hooked up to the Devo 10. I don't know what it was, but well, I don't know why, but for some reason you can't have the transmitting power up really high. You have to have it all the way down, set to 1. I don't know why that is, but it doesn't bind unless you set the transmitter power all the way down to 1. So now it binds and all this. It seems to not really affect the range of this thing. This thing still has really nice range, even with the transmitting power on 1. But the pitch on this thing is very deep. This thing flies super fast. It's a lot faster than the tiny whoop. Well, once you whoop this thing, I think it'll be much faster than the tiny whoop because the pitch is deeper. And this is stock formation right here. This thing has the stock motors in it, so most people usually upgrade the tiny whoop motors. And so I'm thinking if I put some micromotor warehouse fast motors in this thing, or maybe some Spin-Tech motors, it'll be even faster than it is now. But let me just show you guys how fast this thing is. You can see it starts to pitch really deep when you, oh, there was a wind bug or something with it, with the stock transmitter as well. If you fly fast forward in one direction for too long, it would straighten itself out. It would start to lose pitch. It's a little windy out here too, so I can't really get the speed that I want to get. But as you can see, this thing is pretty fast now though. This thing is a speed demon, even with the stock motors. So I imagine once I do whoop this thing, I'm going to be having loads of fun with it. It's going to be flying even faster. It flies better outdoors than the tiny whoop. Now that's with deviation, of course. The tiny whoop flies better in the stock formation. Well, because you know, naturally you can fly the tiny whoop with a hobby grade transmitter, but once you get this thing on a Devo, it's a blast to fly. Flies a lot better than it does with the stock transmitter. The yaw rate is still fast, so you can get really nice funnels with it. And I have flips programmed. And this thing has a bonus feature over the tiny whoop, or the Inductrix I should say. Well, the Inductrix does have acro mode and this doesn't have acro mode, but at least this thing has an LVC warning. So if you're flying at line of sight, you can actually see when it's time to bring this thing in, whereas with the Inductrix it just drops out of the sky. I don't know how that would translate into once you whooped it. I don't see how to translate into a benefit once you whoop this thing, because flying FPV, you're not going to see the the LVC warning anyhow. It looks like we're flashing now. Let's see. Bring it in close. No, we're not flashing now. It's still a little weak with the stock motors though. But it does fly, it actually flies longer than the Inductrix as well. but it does get a little sluggish when you're getting towards the end of the battery, close to LVC. It starts to not really do turns as well. So I think I'm gonna, yeah, what the heck, let's fly it until LVC. I'll just stop flying it so aggressively. Whoa! The wind blew it to me. Told you guys, sometimes I feel like a bullfighter flying these things. So let's see. You guys can see I can fly it all the way to the end of this strip here, and the transmitting power of the Devo is all the way down to 1. Well, I'm all the way down there somewhere. And it's still going. No LVC warning yet. And it is starting to get sluggish. And there we go. We're blinking for LVC. Let's land it. Oops. I thought it was going to fall off. So that's it. The Eachine E010 flown with the Devo 10. Pretty awesome little flyer. Thanks for watching.